Hey, Dave here for Joe Sports and Surplus. Fall's here, the leaves are changing, and it's a great time to get outside and enjoy what Algoma has to offer. Now this time of year, the weather is a little bit unpredictable, so when you're out there, you want to make sure you're prepared for the elements. Today I'd like to talk to you about a few things, one of them being your outer layer. When you're outside, the two things you want to protect yourself from the most is wind and water. Both of them can make yourself extremely uncomfortable. So with your outer shell, you want something that's going to be completely waterproof and windproof, but you also need it to be breathable as well. You want to get any sweat that you build up or water vapor to be able to escape. If you stay dry, you're going to stay warm. Different shells you're looking for and materials is Gore-Tex, Event, Hydrotech. Those are fabrics that will keep you dry, keep you warm, and be able to keep the wind from penetrating as well. In those jackets, you can get it in different patterns. So you can get it in your camouflage, you can get it in hunter orange, which is great for hunting season. But if you're not a hunter, you can also get it in a typical rain jacket or rain pants as well. Again, it's just your outer shell, protect you from the elements, from the wind and the rain. The next thing I'd like to talk about is a little bit about hunter safety. This time of year, guys are riding around on their four-wheelers. You want to make sure you have a helmet, and not just any helmet. You want to make sure that they're DOT approved. It's always printed on the back. That way you know it's certified in Canada to meet all the legal requirements. In Ontario, you're required to be, during rifle season, to have 400 square inches uninterrupted orange and also an orange hat while you're shooting. One of the helmets I have here is hunter orange. The nice thing about having these ones in the blaze orange is that when you're out hunting, you see a bird or you see an animal, you don't have to take your helmet off, put an orange hat on. With these half helmets, you can be able to bring your rifle or gun right up to your ear without having to take your helmet off. They're very comfortable, they're lightweight. You also want to see what the helmet's made out of. This one's a high-tech fiber. You can wear this all day, it's not going to get heavy on your head. Another tip for hunter safety while you're out in the woods, there's a couple of things that people sometimes forget about, but they can be quite important. One of them is an emergency blanket. It's small, it's lightweight, you can stick it in your pack and forget about it, but it's always there. If you ever get stuck overnight, you can wrap yourselves in these. They reflect the body heat back in, and it'll save your life. It'll keep you warm. You don't want hypothermia setting in, and this is a perfect way to prevent that. Another thing to have is a fire starter. Sometimes your matches get wet or you run out of matches. With a fire starter, you can use them multiple times. Nowadays, they're so efficient that they put out an extremely hot spark, and they usually come with a little bit of tinder. This one comes with what's called wet fire tinder. It fits inside the handle, but this stuff is amazing. I mean, you can put it on water and still light it on fire. So you'll always get a fire going no matter how windy it is or how rainy it is. And again, those coupled with the emergency blanket could save your life. And one other thing I always recommend everybody should be carrying if they're out in the bush is a multi-tool. It's got your blade on it. It's got pliers. You can, if you're working on your tent or your shelter, it just makes life a lot easier. And they're small. You can put them on your belt or you can put them in your pack. But multi-tool, emergency blanket, and some form of fire starter. And those are little things that you can do to make yourself out there well prepared. So use these tips to keep you warm, safe, and dry out there this fall season. Dave from Joe Sports and Surplus, reporting for Shaw TV.